Paris, the city of light, holds a labyrinth of darkness beneath its streets, a sprawling network of tunnels, quarries, and catacombs stretching over 180 miles. During the Nazi occupation of Paris from June 14, 1940 to August 1944, these subterranean passages played a complex role in the struggle between the German forces and the French resistance. While the tunnels were not the central stage of resistance as post-war myths might suggest, they were critical in specific, daring operations and as a shadowy battleground where both occupiers and resistors maneuvered. This essay explores the underground world of Nazi-occupied Paris, focusing on the activities of the French resistance, the German fortifications, and the unique contributions of individuals who navigated this hidden realm. The underground network, primarily the result of centuries of limestone quarrying, was a maze of galleries, chambers, and narrow passages. Known as the Carrière de Paris, these quarries had been mined since Roman times to build the city's iconic structures, such as Notre Dame and the Louvre. By the 18th century, parts of the network were converted into ossuaries, housing the remains of millions, earning the name catacombs. During World War II, this subterranean world became a contested space. The Germans, aware of its strategic potential, conducted an inventory of the tunnels starting in 1942, using documents from French ministries to map and fortify them. Their goal was to create bomb-proof shelters and facilities safe from Allied air raids. Under the 6th arrondissement, particularly beneath the Jardin du Luxembourg and Lycée Montaigne, the Wehrmacht constructed sophisticated air raid shelters, complete with reinforced concrete and barbed wire barriers. These bunkers were designed to protect German personnel and equipment, and some were equipped with ventilation systems and emergency exits, showcasing Nazi engineering prowess. The French resistance, however, saw the tunnels as a potential asset for their clandestine operations. The most notable underground resistance activity involved two medical students, René Soutel and Jean Talleyrand, who began exploring the quarry system in 1943. Soutel, studying at Sainte-Anne Psychiatric Hospital, discovered an old locked gate in the basement air raid shelter. Intrigued, he picked the lock and, with Talleyrand, ventured into the limestone tunnels of the Grand Réseau Sud, a network spanning 4 arrondissements on the left bank. Over the next year, they conducted nightly expeditions, evading German patrols and navigating the dark, cramped passages. By day, they verified their routes above ground on bicycles, meticulously mapping the tunnel's entrances, exits, and shortcuts. Their efforts produced a detailed plan of the free underground areas, not controlled by the Germans. This map was a significant achievement, covering over 300 kilometers of galleries, and it included notes on German fortifications, such as the bunkers under the Jardin du Luxembourg. Soutel and Talleyrand's work was driven by a desire to aid the resistance and General Charles de Gaulle's Free French forces. They eventually connected with Colonel Henri Roltanguy, the Paris chief of the Forces Françaises de l'Intérieur, FFI, the Unified Resistance Forces. Roltanguy, a seasoned fighter from the Spanish Civil War, recognized the map's value and toured the tunnels with the students. However, the FFI concluded that the quarries were of limited strategic use. The narrow, 6-foot-high and 3-foot-wide passages were too restrictive for large-scale operations or offensives. Plans, such as an attack on the Prison de la Santé via a tunnel entrance, were abandoned due to the difficulty of moving fighters in and out safely. Instead, the tunnels served as clandestine shelters, arms depots, and communication routes for small groups or individuals. Roltanguy's most significant use of the underground came in August 1944, during the liberation of Paris. With the city on the brink of uprising, he requisitioned a disused air raid shelter beneath Place Denfert Rochereau. just yards from the iconic Lion of Belfort statue. This bunker, originally built to protect civilians, was transformed into the FFI's command post. From this subterranean headquarters, Roll Tanguy, his wife Cécile, and other operatives coordinated the resistance's efforts to harass German forces and support the advancing Allied troops. The bunker's telephone exchange, capable of bypassing German-tapped lines, allowed secure communication. The shelter's location was symbolic, near the site where the unknown soldier's coffin had rested in 1920, but its selection was a matter of expediency rather than long-term planning. Post-liberation newsreels portrayed the command post as a hub of military precision, with Roll Tanguy issuing calm orders amid the chaos above. This imagery cemented the myth of the underground as the heart of resistance, though in reality, its role was more limited. Other underground activities were less prominent, but equally daring. René Legrouiec, a Parisian fireman, used the sewers and quarries to smuggle people, likely including Jews and resistance fighters, out of danger. His work ended tragically when he was arrested by the Gestapo in 1943, deported, and executed in Flossenburg concentration camp in 1944. Unlike in other occupied cities, such as Lvov, Poland, where Jews hid in sewers, there are no recorded instances of Parisians using the tunnels as long-term refuges. The metro and sewer workers, while supportive of the resistance in the final days of occupation, did not mobilize significantly until August 1944. The Compagnie du Chemin de Fer Métropolitain de Paris, which operated the metro, complied with German demands, particularly in enforcing discriminatory policies against black and Jewish citizens. The Germans' use of the underground was more systematic. Their geological service prioritized fortifying the sewers and quarries, installing barriers and alarms to secure their facilities. 2 German soldiers, lost in the sewers for 8 days during the liberation, surrendered to the FFI, exhausted and famished, highlighting the tunnel's disorienting complexity. The Nazi bunkers, now abandoned, remain a testament to their defensive strategy, with some, like the one beneath Lycée Montaigne, accessible to cataphiles, urban explorers who illegally navigate the catacombs. The secret tunnels of Nazi-occupied Paris were a microcosm of the broader struggle, a place of ingenuity, courage, and limitation. Soutel and Talleyrand's mapping, Roll Tanguy's command post, and Legrouiec's smuggling efforts show the resistance's determination to exploit every available resource. Yet, the tunnel's narrow confines and German fortifications restricted their utility. The underground was not a haven for large-scale rebellion, but a space for quiet, perilous acts of defiance. Today, the Denfert Rochereau shelter, part of the Musée de la Libération, preserves this history, offering a glimpse into the dark, echoing galleries where Paris's fate was contested. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.